1992, Bellevue, Washington. A long time ago, society, such as it was probably matricentric. Humanity sauntered to the tick of the female clock. Then somebody invented patriarchy, civilization was born, and the long march of human progress began. Now, for the feminists and other idiots out there, this is an intentional oversimplification. Obviously, patriarchy is a form women and men evolved over a very long time. But feminists oppose this. Patriarchy, they believe, oppresses women. Yet matricentry offers little beyond the Stone Age. Reversion to the matrilineal of the Stone Age is the real program of the feminist sexual revolution, the abandonment of the social organization based on male kinship and a return to the matrilineal organization based on female kinship. As feminist anthropologist Helen Fisher says, men and women are returning to the kind of roles they had on the grasslands of Africa millions of years ago. While some may desire a return to noble savagery, most of us prefer the benefits of civilization. What's more, patriarchy isn't all that bad. Contrary to feminist assertions, its purpose is to produce and protect human progeny. In this respect, it has been successful by rewarding both sexes for participating in child-rearing. Patriarchy's successes, however, have made social evolution imperative. We must continue to grow and mature or die. Evolution is the price of progress, extinction the cost of clinging to the comfortable past. We must change how we live and care for our environment, create new frontiers, provide socially responsible incentives for hard work and enterprise, and we must assure our posterity of a world in which they may work, live, hope, and dream. To do these things, our gender roles may need to change. What we don't know is exactly how they will change. Certainly, options and responsibilities could be shared more or less equally, especially if we were to make the genetic changes such as Turd Flinging Monkey described in his third solution video, linked below. But for the foreseeable future, many things will remain the same. Women will still have babies, men will still ogle women, and children will still need the love and care of adults. Thus, whatever form our social institutions take, they must continually provide women and men with incentives to produce and protect children. Feminist alternatives provide no such incentives for men. In fact, they are taking away what incentives there are. Consequently, more and more men are going on strike. Denied visitation rights, divorced men repudiate their child support obligations. Accused of sexual harassment for initiating relationships, men are trusting women less and objectifying them more. Blamed for both male and female promiscuity, men are bowing out, backing off, withholding their love, and refusing to support a system that increasingly oppresses men. Feminists are anti-civilization. They're tearing down the foundation of modern culture and replacing it with the supremacy of the Stone Age. This is not progress. 2016, Olympia, Washington. Yes, I really did write that 24 years ago, which would be almost 20 years before anybody coined the term MGTOW. That wasn't due to any brilliance on my part. It was just an observation of something that was only beginning, but that has become what we know today as MGTOW. A week ago, I listened to Marcus's 3 videos on feminist epistemology, and while he made several insightful observations, I disagreed with his conclusions that fourth wave feminism will destroy the movement, or that intersectionality will tear it apart from within. It was not feminists, but Warren Farrell who publicized the racism of the white, middle, and upper middle class feminists. He did this some 20 years ago. There was a brief shuffling of feet, a few token feminist women of color were promoted, and things went back to business as usual, with the white feminists ignoring other races and continuing their hate-on for men. But won't feminist intersectionality and cis-gender issues work against feminism? Yes, I think it can, but I think it was Turd Flinging Monkey who conceived the way, and that is for us to use it against them. 6 months ago, Rachel Dolezal announced to the world that she, a white upper-middle-class woman, is actually transracial black. Even before Paul Joseph Watson got to it with his parody, I did a parody in which I announced that I'm European, American Indian, transracial, Jamaican, man. Yes, it's... Oh, God. It really does look that bad. Yes, it's true. Transracial man. Unfortunately, I overdid the Jamaican dialect, and with my very bad phony accent, I doubt even Jamaicans could understand it. Real Jamaicans, that is. But a few days ago, in his hangout with Iron Liz, linked below, Turd Flinging Monkey suggested that we can use nonsense like this to neutralize feminism. His idea is for all of us to announce that we are transracial, black, transgendered, lesbian Muslims. Of course, if you're already classified as a racial minority, then you could simply be a transgendered lesbian Muslim. Regardless, if we check off all of the intersectional bullet points, we will accomplish several things, not the least of which is that we will needle stardust by making fun of feminists. Okay, I'm kidding about needling stardust, not about making fun of feminists. But while everybody may doubt our sincerity, given that the progressive neoliberal idiots are treating the nonsense from imbeciles like Rachel Dolezal as a thing, no employer or government official may deny us. Theoretically, anyway. Am I going to do it? No. At 63, and with the second oldest website in the manosphere, second only to Robert Schaefer's domain of the Patriarchy, there's way too much of my personal history on the web for me to even try to get away with it. Besides, I'm an American Indian, and on the intersectional spectrum we fall below blacks, whose ancestors, my American Indian ancestors, called black whites, and viewed as equally oppressive to whites. So there's no point in my doing something like this. But for those of you who, more wisely than me, chose to remain anonymous, it might be worth doing. Be sure to check out the links to the aforementioned videos below. TFM's Hangout with Iron Liz is very worth a listen, as are Marcus's videos, despite that I disagree with some of his conclusions. Completely unrelated to this topic, but I'm going to do it anyway. Also linked below is the most recent conversation between Bill Whittle and Stefan Molyneux. For those of us who like things like reason and reality, logic and facts, it's better than caffeine. Of course, if you're a progressive, neoliberal, or neoconservative, they're liable to drive you to drink. And I do care, but not that much. That's all for now. Check out the other videos, subscribe to the channel. For the Backlash at Backlash.com, my name is Rod Van Mecklin.